What's up guys, Mighty Leafy here. Today I'm going to be doing a sketch with commentary of Gwen Stacy from Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse, which is a great movie, so if you guys haven't seen that yet, go ahead and check it out. Highly recommended. Alright, so first off, doing the standard little head sketch type of thing. Kind of screwed up on the neck width. You know, for now I just kind of wanted to get like the shape and size going on there. Clean lines doesn't matter, so I'm just right now doing the hair part. I have a fair idea of what her hairstyle sort of looks like, but it's not exact. Feel like there's a little bit of room to sort of add some stylistic flair to it, maybe. That's what you call it. So I kind of did a little time skip over that because I sort of messed around with her hair there, even though I just said I sort of knew what her hair looked like. Obviously I didn't. Kind of fumbled there, so there's just a lot of erasing going on there. Just adding in little bits of the hair, and this is the standard under the chin type of shading. I don't know why I'm doing that in the sketch. Right, so nothing going. Okay, so this is the part where I try to sort of plot out the upper torso, but not really doing a very good job of it. I don't even think I end up keeping this hoodie type thing towards the end, but we'll see. So the main thing here is the head shape and, you know, vaguely the hairstyle, and also the eye line, so the level for the eyes and where the nose is and all that stuff. Just wanted to get that out of the way first. I don't typically draw like a big cross, you know, along the middle of the face anymore. I just sort of fill that line in. Like, as long as you have the edges of the line on either side of the face shape, it should be okay, right? Like you can sort of see the invisible line in between that joins them together. I don't know. What am I talking about? Anyways, we'll see what I do here. Oh, I start sketching in the left eye. Looks like I messed up, so I just did a whole bunch of undos. The side eye always gets me, but done a little bit of 3D modeling in the past, and that certainly helps sort of putting things in perspective. No pun actually pun fully intended, but you know, you get the feel for a anime face after a while if you like sort of buy some anime figures and just like have a look at the face while you turn the figure around. So as long as you understand the general sort of anime face structure, you should be good on that side eye there. It might take you a few tries. Always takes me a few tries. Get there. Alright, this part I sketch in the mouth. Looks like I'm having trouble sketching in the mouth as usual. Nothing too surprising there. So good. What am I doing now? Okay, yeah, still the mouth. I think there was a part later on where I start going ham on the mouth for like 10 minutes, and I cut all that part out because it was like a waste of time. So right now I'm noticing that my character is starting to sort of look like a character from Detective Conan. So I'm vaguely wary of that. I don't want to do that, not because looking like that character is bad or anything. It's just I don't think Gwen Stacy sort of looks like that character, so I think I'm just like getting it wrong, even from my point of view, you know. So alright, here's the part where I start going ham on the mouth. Right, gave her the Joker face, gave her the good old look innocent sad face, or even sadder face for that maximum empathy. Here's the oh my god, what have you done? Wait, did I not cut all this out? Okay, wait, see there? That was a jump cut. Okay, so I did cut all that stuff out, or like the extension of it. Okay, so here's the good old mirror flip check. Just to make sure it kind of looks, you know, ever so slightly not too bad once you flip it. If you're drawing on paper, you want to sort of shine a light behind it just to check that it looks okay both sides. So here I am doing sort of like a line art type thing. Well, type thing. It is a line art, but it's just a very rough line art, which is okay. I mean, not everything has to be absolute super high resolution. You just have to know what you're drawing for, and in this case I'm drawing for a web view and also like a video recording type thing. It doesn't have to be 300 dpi A4 size. So here I'm just doing the eyebrow. I feel like I'm being Captain Obvious here, but yeah. Don't be surprised if I start changing like the lines and stuff. Well, mostly I follow the sketch, but sometimes in the line art phase, I will change some stuff, you know, just because the sketch looks too ghetto. And then if sometimes the rough line art looks way too different from the actual sketch, I'll just turn that rough line art layer into like a secondary sketch layer, if that makes any sense. Okay, here I am just adding more line weight to the lines by drawing in the line weight. Not the best way to do it, but it is what it is. If you want a fatter line, just draw the fatter line with thinner lines. Yes, that's how you do it, guys. No, I'm kidding. Anyways, you know what? I actually don't know the answer to that one. Here I am line arting the other one. So once you have the sketch down, it's easier, like it's a point of reference for you to sort of draw on top of it and get it to look a little bit more accurate with the second overpass. Is that how you even say it? I don't know. I remember that Gwen Stacy had like a stud thing on her eyebrow ridge. Man, words, I'm so bad with them. So I just added those two dots in because I thought they looked pretty cool. I don't think I color them in or anything like that, so doesn't even matter. Alright, so now I'm just doing the mouth, and the mouth always gives me a lot of problems. I don't know why. Just one of those things. Yeah, that's not gonna work, is it? No. So that wasn't gonna work, so I decided to completely ignore the sketch and do like a different mouth. Which, you know what, I think it turned out kind of well, so no regrets there. I think later on I actually go back and erase the sketch underneath it. Okay, so here I am just line arting the cheek and having me point out that I'm line arting the cheek while I'm line arting it. It's like Super Saiyan 2 Captain Obvious, maybe? I don't know. Oh look, it's the chin now. Okay. Yeah, so right now it's mostly just going through the motions, you know, like following what I agree with the sketch, and what I disagree with the sketch I kind of change out. That's another thing for people who are like starting out with drawing. Maybe you just, like when you do a sketch, you don't need to commit to the sketch when you're doing the line art. so it's okay to deviate from it. And I'm not deviating from it too much right now, but I think once I do like the upper torso, I deviate from it quite a lot, and that's just because I never really quite liked the sketch for the upper torso I had going on in the sketch. I say sketch a lot, don't I? Like, the sketch is a sketch, and the finished product in this picture is a sketch as well, or in this video rather. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that one. Anyways, so I'm just adding a little bit more shading and like, I don't know, dark areas, just so the drawing looks a little nicer. Words, I'm bad with them. Here I go, continuing to do the same thing. You know, sometimes I actually remove like the shading, so it sort of pays to know like how finished you want your finished product to look. I have a vague idea that I don't want to have a full sort of coloring style thing going on in the finished product as I'm styling this picture. That's why I have a lot of these sort of sketching shading thing on the line art layer. Usually if I was committed to doing a full proper shading, I would leave all this, you know, the shading parts for the actual shading layers, which I don't have on this one, so. But yeah, it just depends on the kind of mood you have, or like whatever time constraint you might be under, or like how eagerly fast you want to get your piece out there before the inspiration drains out. Maybe you can do like 2 drawings while you're still really pumped because the movie was so awesome, which it was, by the way. Highly recommended. Go watch it. Penny was also a great character. I think I might draw her, but she's not really great because of any character depth. It's more like her lack of character depth. Like, her entire character was a satire on anime, and I just found that to be hilarious. But yeah, anyways, here I am just line arting the hair, pretty much just according to the sketch as well. So no deviations so far. So the commentary is sort of happening post drawing, so I'm recording the commentary after I've done the drawing. I don't know why, but I just can't really seem to go on full drawing mode as well as talk at the same time, so I hope you guys understand. Okay, so more sketching. I mean, shading. Pardon me. Maybe I should make these videos shorter so I wouldn't have to talk so long, so I run out of things to say. Because it gets really awkward. I'm just kind of waiting for the next moment where something happens and I can go, yo, I gotta talk about that. But for the most part, you know, when you're drawing, that kind of stuff don't happen too often. Maybe that means I should edit those parts in. How's that for an idea? You hear that, myself? Take advice from yourself. What? I'm sorry, guys. I really I'm really struggling here. Yeah. Come on, get to the torso part. Okay, so I'm still doing the hair. Like, you notice on the sketch, the hair shape is really basic. It's basically like a ball, but with like a drape effect going on down the bottom. If you were to break it down, I don't know. Oh yeah, pro tip there. Sometimes when the eraser doesn't cut it, just use the lasso tool. It's like some next level stuff. The lasso tool is so good. am I doing here? You know, sometimes when you're drawing, you just zone out and you start doing stuff that doesn't really make sense, but then it makes sense later on when you look at it. But then when you try to do a video on it and commentate on it, it starts not making sense. So yeah, like something about drawing, it's just, it allows you to zone out for a bit, and I find that really relaxing. So okay, I'm gonna do the torso now. The long-awaited torso. Man, after all this build-up, I think no matter what I do here, it's gonna like just be a letdown because I built it up too much. But basically, I wasn't happy with my sketch of the torso because, as you can see by the sketch on the screen, it's like nothing. It's just some weird thing. I can't even make sense out of it. Looks like a pair of high heels. So it was at this moment I realized, hey, you know what? Gwen Stacy was wearing that school uniform thing in that one scene, or maybe two scenes. No, the one scene where Miles Morales meets her. I quite like that outfit, and it's like pretty simplistic as well. So I thought, hey, you know what? Probably able to like remember that off the top of my head. So here's my attempt at it anyways. So I mean, I hope this video does well or anything, but I really don't know what I'm hoping for. I think I just did the sketch for fun, and I felt, hey, you know what? Maybe like do a little bit of commentating on it. It's like, nah, people wouldn't want to watch that. Well, you've been wrong before. You never know what people want to watch or what people don't want to watch. So, I don't know. The most important thing is I do want to make this video just because I think it's fun. And we're just doing it for fun. Like, I like drawing. I don't get much chances to speak or practice talking or speaking. I need to sort of like improve on that forefront, and here's my chance at it. So just talk about the process I go through when I'm drawing and make a video out of it. Let me know what you guys think about that. That's very YouTuber sounding, isn't it? I'm sorry, guys. So yeah, this is like the typical shape you want to cut your upper bust shot type thing into. I don't know why, but it just looks aesthetically pleasing. Maybe it's something to do with like the angles and all that stuff. I don't know. So I obviously felt that the shading wasn't enough, so I went in with the fat brush and decided to go ham on the hair a little bit more. Just to add a little bit more shading to confirm that, yo, this area is definitely shaded. That's a definite shaded area right there. Did I stop? No? Yes? Okay, so right there I'm just checking my liner, like, because I've been a little bit untidy with my layer arrangement, which is fine. I've only got, what, 5 layers right now? It really becomes troublesome when you get like 90 layers going on and then none of them are named and stuff. Don't do that, guys. Always name your layers, always color code them, and always group them together with the appropriate layer groups. Don't be like me. Unless you just can't be bothered naming your layers, which you'll get told off on. Like, if people see that, they'll be like, it's a big no-no. So here I probably realized, hey, you know what? I'm not gonna do like a colored shading on the hair. So how can I not have a colored shading on the hair but still make the hair look relatively okay-ish with my style? Because you know, some art styles, they have like the light lines going on, the thin lines, the very sort of, I don't know what the word for it. It's just like light toned color and stuff. They work, but you gotta know your style. And for my style, I have a lot of thick lines. You know, just like I use a lot of heavy contrast, I guess. Like even when I do color stuff, there's a lot of vivid colors going on and stuff. So knowing that, you gotta sort of like find a way to get around it if I'm not doing colors, which is to use shading, you know, like shade a lot more areas, but in a color that's not black. Well, it's kind of black, isn't it? I guess so. Man, I should have probably scripted this, but then it wouldn't have been as free-flowing. So I don't know. There's just some of these things are like very hard to describe on the fly. Or even if you give me like a notepad to type on, I don't think I could fully word it to entirely well. So I really felt like I needed a shading thing going on underneath the chin, but because she's looking up and she has a smaller chin and her cheek lines don't go all the way, like it was pretty hard to like get the shading that I wanted going down there. I probably don't even need it, yeah, but just a habit. So I'm trying to add the bottom lip because it fits in with what I'm doing right now. But then I realize it looks bad, so I erase it, right? Do I erase it? I'm pretty sure I erased it, come on. Okay, so I forget about it for now and go mess with the hair. And then I come back and erase it, right? Oh no, what I'm doing is I'm adding more, just more shading and stuff around the eyes because I've started shading all the other areas in, and well, the eyes, like they look fine in terms of like the line weight and all that stuff on the overall picture, but as soon as I sort of bumped up the thickness of the lines, or so it seems like, via the shading that I've added on the other parts of the drawing, the eyes, they sort of just like took a back seat and they didn't quite pop out the way I wanted them to. So I went ahead and added more details on the eyes. I just went over some lines with like thicker lines, or like just make them a little bit, yeah, a little bit more, give them more of a presence there, is what I'm trying to say. I think right now, judging by my pen movement, I think I was trying to figure out whether or not I should add like a outline to the drawing, like a double outline, just to make it have that graffiti type look to it. So I decided against that, and I went with a airbrush to add some blush to her face, because blushes always look good, right? Well, we're about to find out. Actually, you guys already know, like, the finished product was in the first, I don't know, 5 seconds or something of the video, so. But just in case you guys forgot, here it is. So I'm adding that stuff in. Do I realize the mouth looks not great yet? Yes, I did. Okay. So then I start going in and fixing the mouth by erasing that part that I said I was gonna erase. And I think I also erase a bit of the sketch, like not the entire sketch for the mouth, because I felt like that teal color, like the bluish green thing that I use for the sketch, like it sort of worked out. Well, it was planned, you see. Now you guys won't believe me when I say this now, will you? But like that shade of blue and green, I feel like it works wonders with this particular shade of pink/violet. I don't know what it's called. I guess maybe just like pink, hot pink or something. So yeah, it was planned, guys. I'm serious, but for some reason I can't make it sound like I'm serious. But yeah. So what am I doing now? Oh, I'm adding like a base sort of color to the hair, because I know that like just leaving it white along with everything else wasn't gonna fly, but I didn't want to do a full-on hair coloring thing because I don't think that would fit the style. Like, I think what would fit the style was like a light coating of the base color for the hair. So I, you know, continue using my airbrush and I just glossed over the hair. And this is the part where I start erasing the sketch because it was distracting. It's like, enough is enough, guys. Say no to the sketch. There we go. But yeah, like, I don't know, I just think it makes a lot more sense. But to be honest, I probably should have done this part like a long time ago in the drawing, but I don't know. You guys can be the judge of that. Like, sometimes if it doesn't distract what I'm drawing, then I don't really care. Like, could have been a chance that I was gonna add more to it, right? On the sketch part. Very unlikely, but a very slim chance. Alright, so right here I made a color dodge layer. So just to quickly go over how to make a color dodge layer, just make a new layer, fill it with black, and then go to the blending mode and change that to color dodge, and there you have it. The layer order should be above most of your layers. Anytime you use a white brush on this color dodge layer, it becomes sort of like a highlighter, and anytime you use a black brush on this layer, it sort of acts like a eraser. Alright, so to finish the drawing off, I put my not so great calligraphy skills to the test by trying to write Spider Gwen. That right there was a sneaky little jump cut because not perfect, but I think that took like 6 tries just to write this one, because I could never decide on what kind of flourish I wanted for the extended swirl, if you will. So yeah, is it sneaky if I like told you guys outright? I don't know. Here I am just adding in my you know, social media at sort of thing, you know, at Mighty Leafy. Don't forget to check that out. I mean, if you guys stayed long enough to this part of the video, you might be doing that anyways, I don't know. So this part, I'm just filling it with a textured layer, and then I'm changing the texture layer to a soft light, and then lowering the the hue and saturation, and then I also lower the opacity just to give the picture a little bit of a textured look. And here we have it, the finished product. Gwen Stacy, or Spider Gwen, my favorite character in the show. Peni Parker being a close second. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you came this far into the video to hear me say all this random stuff, check out my Discord server. The invite link is down in the video description below. And with that being said, guys, I hope to make more of these kinds of videos. And as always, I'll catch you guys next time.